And through this whole lesson, Jesus is essentially asking, what are we willing to give up our lives for? What do we truly value? And the reason Jesus brings up family, our lives, and possessions here is because those are things people tend to value a whole lot. What wouldn't many of us give to save our lives or the lives of people we love? But Jesus here says we need to carry the cross. Now, the only reason in this time period you would be carrying a cross is because you're carrying it to your place of execution, or perhaps you're carrying someone else's cross for them to then be executed. Carrying the cross here doesn't mean that our cross to bear is our most annoying coworker or something like that. Carrying your cross and following Christ is a willingness to live a life of faith like you've already been condemned to die. In the Song of Ice and Fire books, these are the ones the Game of Thrones TV show is based on, there's a group of seafaring people in the books, and they worship a deity called the drowned god. And the way one is initiated into the religion is you're essentially chucked into the sea, and you're held under until you pass out. And then you're brought back to shore, and if people manage to revive you, you're in. And otherwise you're dead, so two options. So adherents to the drowned god use the phrase, "What is dead may never die," since everyone who follows the drowned god has essentially already died. And if you've already died, if you've already faced death, what is there really to fear? When we Christians are baptized, it looks a little different than that, but when we Christians are baptized, we're baptized into both Christ's death and his resurrection. And the symbolism is a bit lost when using a font, but in earlier periods in the church, people were led to the water by going down steps. They were baptized, and then they walked out steps the other side and were clothed in new garments. And the symbolism is when you go down into the water, you are dying with Christ. And when you walk out the water on the other side, you are rising with him. Each one of us who has been baptized has essentially already died. We've died with Christ at baptism, and he's already raised us to new life with him. In the gospel, Christ says, "Those who want to save their lives will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake will find it." This idea of carrying the cross, being willing to live for Christ as though we've been condemned to die, is really a reminder that none of our lives are actually our own. We belong body and soul and life and death to Christ our Savior. And you could say what is dead may never die.